Hello everybody, my name is Doomfish, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can make a very easy and super fast XP farm using Enderman in Minecraft. So all it is two spawning layers with a Endermite in a minecart up there, and then a little drop chute down here where some hoppers will pick up the drops, and all the Endermen will come down here for you to kill them. Now I've been standing here for a little bit and these guys have accumulated up all the way so that the entire spawn cap of this world is filled. And yeah, for my testing, you should get about from level 0 to 30 in less than 45 seconds. I made it up to, in a 45 second time span, I made it from level 0 to level 31. So, pretty safe to say that on average you should get about fully level up in 45 seconds. So let's show you the materials you're going to need to build this thing. So here's everything you're going to need, and you can pause the video and take a look. These stone can be any solid blocks. You might need a couple more ender pearls, just depending on your luck. And the sword, it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be netherite, but I would definitely recommend having the sweeping edge enchantment on it, which isn't too tough to get. So for the first step, I'm just at the main end island, and you can be at one of the side ones, far away in the void. But the point is, we just want to go all the way out in the void so that there are no spawning spaces out there. And to do that, what we're going to do is go ahead and place down 2 stacks of glass blocks out straight into the void, and just make sure that there's no other end stone islands around you. There we go. Here's 2 stacks of glass in a straight line out from the end island. And now all I'm going to do is just make a little area right here for us to stand on, just a 3x3 square at the end. Now what you're going to want to go ahead and do is place down double chests here, and place down 3 hoppers heading into the back of these like so. And then I'm just going to sort of alternate hoppers heading into this lines and these lines until we get a square that looks like this. And then I'm just going to put some slabs on top here. And now what I'm going to do is grab these solid blocks right here and just make a little border around here, all the way around except for in the front right here. And then we're going to do sort of the same thing, except we're going to include the front on the next layer. So we go all the way around just like so. And there we go. You can also chop out the corners if you like, so that this thing uses a little bit less resources. And there we have it. So this is where our Endermen are going to fall. We're going to stand right here, and we're just going to be schwacking them with the sword whenever they come down. Now what you're going to want to go ahead and do is go ahead and build this up 33 blocks taller. So we're just going to place 33 blocks on top of each of these stone blocks right here. And there we go. We should have this large drop shaft right here. And this is where the Endermen are going to fall down from. So now we need to get our spawning platform in here, and the first step is we're just going to place and open some trapdoors all on the sides of these. So you see I'm placing them on the top of the blocks, like so. And we're also going to do a similar thing up here. So we're going to go ahead and do is build up 1 block up and around this entire thing. So you see I'm cutting out the corners, doing all that, and just filling this whole thing in, like so. It should look like this. And then we're just going to place and open some trapdoors all the way across here. In pretty much every spot we can. All these sides, we can leave the corners, it's fine. And this way, when we put our Endermite in here, the Enderman will try and attack it, but will instead fall down where we can kill them. The next step is to go ahead and place down a block in the middle here, like so that it's on this layer right here. Place 3 blocks above it, and cover this entire thing in trapdoors. And there we go. The next step is to try and get our Endermite in here, which can be a little tricky. So what I'm going to do is actually break one of these trapdoors and place a little 3x3 temporary platform here. Then what I'm going to do is place down a rail on top of this block, and then place a block on the side right here. And I might place another rail here, and then place our minecart here. And so we have it so we can push this around a little bit. And you can do this however you want. But whatever you do, you will need to go ahead and throw down some ender pearls right down until you get yourself an endermite. Now these things don't hurt too much, but they can deal a little bit of damage, and if you're not careful, they can knock you off in survival mode. So do be careful about that. And there we go. Got a little endermite here. We're just going to name him John. You can name him whatever you want, but this is just so he doesn't despawn. Now we need to get him in the minecart, which can be a little tricky. If you're in survival mode, he will chase after you. You sort of have to get him in the way and push him like that, and that one went pretty well. So we're going to push him right over this block right here. We're going to break both rails on that block and underneath, and then we're going to break this block to the side and break all these temporary blocks as well, and go ahead and replace our trapdoor. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and basically duplicate what we did right here up above this guy for another layer. So to do this, I'm going to place down 3 blocks like so, break these bottom blocks, and we're just going to make a little square right here, like so. And you should notice that this is basically going to mirror what we have down here. So this would be like the top of the drop shaft. And again, just like we did earlier, we're going to place down the trapdoors here along the side, like so, and like so. And then we're going to place blocks up here, just like we did before. Now, you can look back in the video and see what I did for the earlier part, and we're just going to continue that basically step for step up here on this layer. And there we go, everything has been mirrored from down here, up here, including our little named Endermite. I mean, you can't say his name because he's in that minecart, and he's pretty short. But yeah, the next step is to go ahead and make our spawning platforms. So on this ledge right here, we're going to head out 15 blocks, like so, and we're going to do this in every single direction. Now the next step is going to be filling this whole thing in, so we're just going to head out and just place a big platform of blocks here, and we're going to sort of make this thing a big square, so we're going to go all the way out to that edge, and go all the way around, and I'll show you what it looks like when you're finished. And there we go, one of our layers has been completed, and you can see that this thing is already working great. A ton of Endermen are spawning, and they're all going into our drop chamber down here. Now, to get some more spawning spaces, we're just going to do exactly what we did down here, but treating this as the sort of lip layer, and making another layer up here. And there we go, 2 layers complete, and these Endermen are just rushing in right here. And now, there is a little thing that I should add, and that is that to make sure that this guy can't possibly die, which I've had in a couple of my tests in different designs, what we're going to want to do is sort of change this top design a little bit. So as you can see, the Enderman has sort of stopped spawning in because the spawn cap is reached down below. And what you're going to want to do is replace this one right here, over here, so this trapdoor over there, this one over here. So basically what we're doing is preventing any possible gaps where the Enderman could actually hit this Endermite. And there we go. Our top layer should look something like this. This is now like a 5 tall column here, and this one down there is still 4. And that way, both of these Endermites should be perfectly safe, and they can just sit there, attracting the Enderman to them. So I'm now at the bottom of the farm here, and there's just a ton of Endermen here. A couple of them are dying because of the not the push limit, but the cramming limit, the entity cramming limit. We've got our chests here to collect ender pearls, and I'm going to go ahead and enter survival mode here, so just so I can show you just how many experience points you do get. And you can see I'm already at 31, so all I'm going to do is just kill myself, and I'll be right back. So here we are, ready for a new set of testing, and just to show that this thing works, I've turned the volume down, way down, from like 25% volume to like 3, just because this is super loud. And we're just going to sit here, and get as close as we can up here, and we're just going to swing. And if you just pay attention to the level of XP that I have, you can see that it's going up very quickly. And so all I'm going to do is just keep on meleeing here, and you can even stop once your level reaches around like 21 or 22, and you'll see that there's still going to be some XP that's like pooling up, and that you still have to pick up. And that's going to take a little bit of time as well. But just from sitting here and just me talking to you, you can see I'm already up at 20 levels, just basically sitting here, moving my mouse a tiny bit, and just clicking all of the Endermen. So now that we're almost at 20, all I'm going to do is just wait right about here, so maybe about now, we'll say we're at 22, and I'm just going to sit here just to show you that yes, this will give you pretty much all the XP that you could ever want. And there we go, pretty much exactly 30 levels right there. It's very fortunate, I wasn't actually planning that. And you might want to be careful because these guys can come behind you, and these guys in the farm, they can't hit you from here, but these guys sure can. So they should be low enough to where 1 hit, 2 hits will knock them off right there, and there we go. So less than 45 seconds of sitting here swinging, and you will have 30 levels. And you should also get a ton of ender pearls as well. So there we go, that's about going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, or if you found the video informative, don't be afraid to leave a like, and you can subscribe for more content just like this in the future, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.